Welcome to part 3 of The Mausoleum Line, Sir Francis Dashwood, Occultism and the 116-911 Master Code. By now it should be self-evident to the reader, that any attempt to conclude this analysis in a conventional way, was always going to be difficult, if not impossible. Therefore, the following story should be considered a myth in the contemporary sense, that is, fact and fiction blended together to create a narrative. The author has taken the small amount of factual information revealed in parts 1 and 2, to formulate a trajectory, and then filled in the missing gaps with interpolation, guesswork, and where necessary, pure imagination. Given the scarcity of facts, the story could be told in many ways. If the reader finds the following myth of Sir Francis to be unsatisfactory, then he or she should discard it, and create their own. Sir Francis Dashwood, the first Baronet, purchases West Wickham Park already knowing of the occult properties of West Wickham Hill, and the subterranean world within it, or, he learns of them soon after his acquisition. He demolishes the existing manor house, and deliberately builds the new Dashwood House over the opening to a naturally occurring tunnel that leads to Wickham's local subterranean underworld, an underworld of which includes the caves and other strategic locations. Between 1726 and 1741, his son, Sir Francis Dashwood, the second Baronet, embarks on numerous grand tours of Europe. During this period, he is recruited into the British Intelligence Service, and begins using his grand tour as a cover for intelligence operations. While on tour, he is initiated into Masonry, studies the Eleusinian mysteries of ancient Greece, and acquires knowledge of geomancy and earth energy. In 1746, Dashwood forms the Brotherhood of St. Francis of Wickham, later known as the Hellfire Club. The Hellfire Club is another governmental intelligence operation, this time disguised as a satanic cult featuring sexual orgies, black magic, and ecclesiastic lampoonery. The Hellfire Club is also a vehicle for Dashwood and his contemporaries to secretly practice the Eleusinian mysteries, especially at the caves which would later be modified for that purpose. Dashwood uses the shamanic components of these Eleusinian mysteries for his own personal development, and for intelligence gathering operations. Between 1748 and 1765, Dashwood develops the interior and exterior of West Wickham Hill, in accordance with his newly acquired occult knowledge and Greek mythology. The purpose of these modifications is to enhance the energetic properties of the hill, which is a naturally occurring earth energy point. Additional energy would be tapped from the High Wickham area, via the newly built West Wickham Road, which acts as an energetic bridge between the two sites. Dashwood uses the newly improved caves as a venue to enhance and develop his occult experimentation. The pedestal is erected in 1752, to mark the official completion of the cave developments, and to unofficially complete the energetic bridge. Dashwood's occult experiment disguised as a road-building operation combined with real estate development, finally finishes in 1765, with the construction of the Dashwood Mausoleum. The mausoleum is the centerpiece of his experiment, and the most important part of it. Documentation relating to the cave's redevelopment, and West Wickham Road's construction, are either destroyed, or kept secret. The results of Dashwood's occult experiments are kept secret, and no records are taken. Throughout his life at West Wickham Park, Dashwood utilizes the existing underground tunnel system, to travel in secrecy from Dashwood House, to places like West Wickham Caves or High Wickham Parish Church. He uses the tunnel system in a professional capacity as a governmental intelligence operative, and for his own private interests. Dashwood's activities as a governmental intelligence operative, cause him to become involved in an act of conspiracy, that resulted in a war, which claimed many lives. The planning of this conspiratorial act, takes place at the caves. At some time during Dashwood's occult experimentation in the caves, he, and his entourage, create a negative entity, that attaches itself to the energetic framework of West Wickham Hill, and begins to drain energy from the people who live in West Wickham, High Wycombe, and along West Wickham Road. The Hellfire Club ends in 1774, following the death of its secretary Paul Whitehead. Dashwood dies in 1781, after living a fulfilling life. He passes into history as a playful and debauched aristocrat, not as an intelligence operative, or an initiate of the Eleusinian mysteries. During the first half of the 19th century, about half of the cave system is sealed off from public access, and the Dashwood family begin to adopt a discreet censorship policy concerning Dashwood's life activities and the size of the caves. As the years pass by, the events that transpired on the Dashwood estate, and inside West Wickham Hill, leave a metaphysical and synchronistic mark on West Wickham Road and High Wycombe. Those marks include the J. Bond Stone, the 116-911 references along West Wickham Road, and the dark and despondent atmosphere in High Wycombe.